Hello crafty friends, how's everybody doing? I'm hopping on a Tuesday because I got my everyday home stencils in and I wanted to share them with you. So are you ready? Are you ready? I'm so excited that I got them in already. If you're wondering, I am an ambassador with Essential Stencil. Let me find us on my iPad here real quick so I can see. And I did not know when I was going to get them. So I was so excited when they came in today. It is the Everyday Home Collection from Essential Stencil. They're all stencils, no transfers. It is a small, quick set. There is a 6x6 set called But First Pray. That's the one we are going to use. It has, let me put that on the back right here. It has First Pray, Be Still, and It Is Well. And I think these would look good not only on the rounds, which we're going to be using today, but I think these would look good on a piece of fabric to put over top. Like say you had a can or canister or something to put over top and then tie it up. Maybe have an incense burner where, you know, you put the potpourri in there and the lights, something like that, and then put that over top. I think that will be really cool to do. That's just one thought. Well, let me show you the others real quick. I haven't even counted to see how many are in the set. This one is called There Is No Place Like Home. And I hope you've had a chance to sneak peek them. I put the link in the, not the comments, in the header. This is the lace part off of the stencil. Let me lay that on here. This is the bottom. And then There Is No Place Like Home would be the top to put on your round. Like that. But you can mix and match. You don't have to use it like that. You can just use the word home. You can just use part of this lace. You could just, you know, do this part. Or just choose to do that little lace flower. There is so many possibilities. It does not have to be used just for a round. They can be used for so many other things. And one other thing I was wanting to show you too, if you have a tag, a door tag, this is one from Essential Stencil when they used to do the tags. You could do the lace as a tone-on-tone background and then put There's No Place Like Home. Let me scooch it over. And it will fit on this tag right here, and you can create a tag. So many possibilities with this stencil set. Tell me in the comments, even if you're catching me on the replay, have you checked these out yet? Have you looked? Have you taken a sneak peek at these? There are two of them with lace, and that one is this was a 16-inch round, and I think this one was 16 as well. Let me see real quick. Yes, they were both intended for a 16-inch round, and here is the other one. It is called Hello Floral. Has a beautiful floral pattern, and it has the hello, and again, the hello does not fit perfectly on the tag. I'm going to show you real quick. I'm just going to lay it like this. If you move it all the way down to the bottom, you will lose this part right here. But I don't think that is all that detrimental. But you can use it on a tag. Just say hello. You can put the, again, you can put the florals tone on tone under it, or take one of the lace stencils and put that on there. so many possibilities. It does not have to go on around. You can put it on other places. And obviously, I had tucked this in, but my sticky part stayed on here, so I've got to be careful when I take this out and lay it down. It has a tendency to stick to other things. For some reason, when I open it up, my sticky stayed on my paper. I'm just trying to get this one back in. And be careful, this is very delicate. Very few bridges on there, so they can easily break if you are not careful trying to put your your stencil back in the package. But there's just so many opportunities with this set that it just will be amazing. And I like that it is every day, that you have the opportunity to create timeless pieces. This is another gorgeous one. It just says Ola. It has these beautiful flowers, and you can put details in those flowers. You can put a center in there. You can just use a little one of those daubers and just daub a center in here. You can make the letters all different colors, and it has the outline on here for your, this is a 16-inch round as well, to put on your round. And then look at this. This reminds me of Scandinavian, Norway type of design. And again, you can just use the heart. You can just use the tulips or the flowers. If you need dots, there is a series of dots that you can use. So many ways you can use these. Here is a 12 by 12 door hanger with a lace again. And you can just use part of that lace. You can literally just lay it down and just use part of that. But I love the font on here. Welcome, friends. It is just gorgeous, and I will be using this one on my next project. I love that one. This is another one I love. I will have to research colors so that I will do this justice. Grace in every step. I absolutely love this one. And I want to research the colors of the peacock, and this is the way they have it designed. But I absolutely love that peacock. It is gorgeous. And with our dome brushes, this will be so easy to just do all those little small places in here, because they've got 4 different sizes of dome brushes. Don't forget to order them. If you get this stencil, make sure you get the dome brushes to go with it. I absolutely love this one. That one is a 12 by 12. And then our script one. And not only did they give us the big one, the 12 by 16, but look at that. We also have a little one in there. The French script. I absolutely love it. If you watched Renee yesterday, she didn't use this on the bottom. She added it into the middle. She just continued on the script and placed it in a different place. I like that idea. I just love that. It is gorgeous. And again, the little one, the 6 by 6 that you can use for small areas. So that is one of my favorites. Now the clock, we discovered yesterday that it has a incorrect print on here. Essential Stencil will fix that. It will not hinder the ordering, the launch, or the shipping, but they will have that fixed. And it comes in 2 pieces. Let me see, this is one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you see, right here is 6 and right here is 12. That is so that you can line up your, make sure I got it the right way, your stencil right here. Line it up with your middle. It is hard to do when I'm backwards. Like that. And then you have a 16 by 16 clock. The one that is incorrect is your number 7. It should be flipped. The V should be here and the 2 eyes should be on this side, and that will be fixed. But you can leave it off and just turn it around, and then it will be right, and stencil it backwards on there and it will be right. But they will fix that for the Roman numeral ones, and it's real easy to line up. I love that. I love the Roman numeral clock. This is going to be so cool. I just love the way that looks. It is even printed wrong on the on here. And then of course they've got the regular one, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the regular clock part. And they already put the hole in there, so you know where the middle of your board is to put your mechanism in. All you have to do is measure from here to here what the distance is, so you know what clock mechanism, how big handles you need. And you got to find out how thick your wood is to see what the depth of your mechanism is that you need. You can also just paint hands on there and make it a faux clock. You can make it being 5 o'clock somewhere all the time. You can get clock mechanisms at about said Lowe's. I think Lowe's does have them. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon. You just need to know your measurements, the thickness of your wood that you want your clock mechanism to be in, and then the length of your hour hand and minute hand, and if you do a second hand. And the other thing is, some of the clock mechanisms, it's a little black box with batteries. It has a hanger already in there. So if you put that on there, you can use that as the hanger, or you can put 2 cleats on there in the back and put a better hanger on there, depending on how heavy your wood is. So a lot of different options to hang your clock up and make it sturdy. I hope you enjoyed that little preview. Let's see, how many stencils are there in this pack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 in the set. I love them. Love, love, love them. Let's get to stenciling. I've got 2, they're supposed to be 6-inch wood rounds, but I am not 100% sure that they are 6-inch wood rounds. I believe I got them, yeah, they're a little less than 6-inch. They're supposed to be 6-inch, but you know. I want to say I got them on Amazon. Either Amazon or Etsy. I honestly can't remember. It's been a while since I bought these. And these are my last ones. I only have 3 left. We are going to stain those in weathered oak, Minwax wood finish, semi-transparent. And I will turn you down so you can see. And I'm excited. Look at this beautiful color. I am just going to use a chip brush to put that on with. You know what? I'm supposed to use a stain sponge. Disregard the chip brush. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Can you tell? I'm a little lost. I'm a little lost. I meant to use a stain sponge. I'm so excited about the collection, and stay tuned. There is so much more to come. So much more news happening. So if you're not following my page, I invite you to follow. If you're here on the replay, I invite you to hashtag replay so that I can say hey to you. I appreciate you being here. Let's try, and I love that weathered oak color. It is just a really pretty neutral background color. See how pretty that is? Let that side dry, and then we'll do the other side. These stain sponges are from Harbor Freight. I try to use them at least 8 times. I normally wear my gloves, but I didn't get the glove out. And if you are following my page, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me and in the creative space, and for all the thumbs ups and hearts and sprinkling this out. That means so much to us creators when you tell others about us, when you share us out. Let me know what you think about the idea of putting this on a piece of fabric to tie it around a jar or something. I think that'd be cute. This will also be beautiful as a little riser to sit a candle on. Now these wood pieces are too thin to make risers. These will be hangers that you can hang in your window. Now, especially, I like to see these in a kitchen window, like when you wash your dishes or you cook, wash your hands, whatever, that you can take a peek at it and just have a moment with the Lord. You know, just have a few minutes to talk to Him. I just think those moments with the Lord are very important. And I just think that would just make our day if we just had a little reminder, you know. But first, pray. Are things not going well today? Take a minute. Talk to me. Talk to the Lord. Pray. That's the Lord's reminder to us. And it's like, just talk to me. What's going on in your life? I want to know. So my creations, my thought is to just help with little reminders that the Lord loves you. And these make great gifts to add as a tag on a gift. And they will just be really, really nice for someone to just, a sweet reminder that how much you care about them. Look at the grain on that one. Is that just not pretty? My hands are just about too small for this. Hello, Miss Becky. Did you see the collection I just showcased? I don't know if you had hopped on already, because I know there is a delay. If you have not seen it, I will show it again real quick. This is what we are creating today. Is from the new Everyday Home collection. And I absolutely love that collection. It is gorgeous. I think this is one of my favorite collections. And I'm going to tell you, I think it is going to be, I don't want to say that the whole bundle will be sold out fast, depending on how many they have, but some of the individual stencils, they will be sold out quick. I know a lot of people love that clock, and a lot of people love the lace ones, the door hangers with the lace, because they're so versatile. And then of course the script one. So if you've been sitting on the fence wondering if you had a chance to look at this, folks, at the sneak peek, normally they release at midnight, so they're supposed to go live on the 13th, which is Saturday, but most of the time they go live midnight Friday night Eastern Standard Time. So let's pull this over here to dry real quick, and I'll go real quick through here again. This is the regular clock and the Roman numerals clock face. They will fix the Roman numeral one. There is an issue with the 7. It was cut mirror image, so it will not. Hey Mitzi, the replacement for that one will not interfere with the launch or with the shipping, so it will not hold up anything. This is one of my favorites, Grace in Every Step. Look at that gorgeous peacock. I am gonna pull up some images of peacocks so I can familiarize myself with the colors. My daughter absolutely loves peacocks, so I am going to look to see what colors, but look how pretty they have designed it here. So that will be one that I will definitely make. That one is a 12 by 12. Here's another 12 by 12. It is Welcome Friends door hanger. And as I was saying before, you do not have to use this as a door hanger. You can use it on a tag, and that's what I'm going to do. I am going to use this one on a tag. I will lay this out on the tag, and then we're going to add some eye hooks up here. I won't do it today, but that will be my next project. The launch day and the launch party for this is on Saturday, and we will have a wonderful time together, creating, hanging out. This is another lace one. This is a 16-inch one. And again, this one can be put on the, this will fit on the tag. You can put that on the tag. See, it fits. And then you can either do the lace on each side, you know, lay it out on the sides coming in and just tape up what you don't want, or you can add other items on here. But it is intended to flow like this for a 16-inch round. And I just love it. I just love the lace. There is so many possibilities with that lace that you can use for other things. Out of that, they knocked it out of the park with this set. Truly, truly love it. The Hello, I'm gonna have to close this one back up since my sticky messed up. This is a 16-inch. It says Hello. It has the beautiful big letters Hello. It will also fit on the tag. You'll just lose a little bit up here, but I still think it will be okay. I love the lace patterns. Hey Maggie. And this one has this gorgeous floral pattern. And as I was saying, if you do not have the dome brushes, trying to find mine. They come in different sizes. I only could find 4. They come in different sizes, but they are perfect to do the little details on here. And you can just use them little dots to put dots in the middle of your flowers. So these dome brushes will come in handy with these stencils. So if you are interested in any of them and you're ordering, do not forget to take those, put those dome brushes in there. And the Ola one I really like was, again, you can put dots in here for your centers of your flowers. If you need perfect dots for anything, there's perfect dots here. Look at all the dots you have. So you have different sizes if you need them for anything. You have swirls. You have this gorgeous heart and these beautiful tulips. And it reminds me of a Norwegian Scandinavian type of sign. And I just think it is beautiful. The letters, I know in Spanish they love colors, and they have it here. They've put that in all different colors because they're vibrant. And then my absolute favorite is a 12 by 16 inch script. I absolutely love that. And if you've watched Miss Renee, she used it and she added more letters. She just moved the stencil down and had this more in the middle instead of over to one side instead of at the end. And do you know what they also done? They gave us a bonus one. Look at that little bonus one in here. So you can use small surfaces. Absolutely love that. So there is 8, if I counted right, 8 stencil sets in this one. Absolutely stunning. You can use them for so many different things. Hello, hello, friends. Glad you're able to hop on. Yes, the lace ones are my favorite. I stained these 6 inch, they're almost 6 inch rounds with weathered oak from Minwax. This is a semi-transparent, it is not a solid. And I just love that as the background color. This is going to be very simple, quick. I have linked the everyday home bundle sneak peek into the header. So take a peek, take a sneak peek, pick out your favorites. If you have more than 5 favorites, I would say get the bundle. And Saturday is the launch. They have a launch party. There will be several people going live. So keep an eye out on that. More to be revealed. I just wanted to make sure that this was smooth. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this bundle? It is absolutely amazing. It's just one thing that comes to mind. I absolutely love it. I've got so many ideas running in my head. I feel like Miss Cindy Berry with Berry Jam Crafts. She's got those light bulb moments. I feel the same way. I'm like, oh my gosh, you could do this and you could do that. This is really, really an amazing bundle for everyday design. All right, got that all sanded down. You see the grain really well on here. I think I got them either from Etsy or Amazon. I honestly do not remember where I got these from. Okay, on these 2, I am gonna add Be Still. And it as well. And this is going to be real simple. And I envision these to be hanging in maybe on your dresser knob or your kitchen window where you can see them often. And I am going to use thicket for the leaves and magnolia for the words. And this is Dixie Belle paint. Couldn't think of what it was called. And I've got a big old goobly glob that I gotta get rid of. So give me just a moment. Got that taken care of. And this one is Magnolia, also from Dixie Belle. I am using our 1/2-inch brushes. Love these brushes. You can also use the dome brushes, and I might show the dome brushes on it as well. Let me move this out of the way so you can see. Can you guys see good? I'm just going to go straight on here. Offload. Offload the sides. Way too much paint in here, so we're going to offload some more. Got to offload our sides because we don't want too much paint on here. We don't want it to bleed. We want a dry brush. And I'm just going to hold it. I didn't tape it down. But what a wonderful reminder this would be if you have it hanging, like maybe in your bathroom, or in, like I said, on your dresser knob, or on your mirror on your dresser. Dresser. Yeah, dresser. I mix those pieces of furniture up all the time. In Germany, we don't have, in Germany we called it a vanity, and we had built-in closets. Not built-in closets. We had a closet, like a wall unit closet, like a big old closet. So it's hard for me to remember chest of drawer and dresser. You know, I'm German, so forgive me when I call things by the wrong name. I don't mean to. Right there, I'm just going to take a little, got just a little backer card that I'll cut up. I am going to make that in that thicket color, so I'm just going to swirl right over top of it. I swirl right, I swirl left. But I think if you hang this somewhere close by, it will be a wonderful reminder to be still and just listen to the Lord, see what He has to say, and just take a moment to just sit and reflect with Him. And then it as well, to me, would be for giving Him thanks that He has brought you through the day, that things are good, that He has carried you if He needed to carry you. Especially if you are a caregiver, that would mean so much to just remind me that, I'm trying to figure out how to do this one. To remind me that everything is well. The Lord's got it. He is in control and He's got this. A little bit much paint. You can use any colors. You don't have to use chalk paint. You can use acrylic. I normally use Decor, but I love the chalk paint. I love the Dixie Belle chalk paint. It is really nice. While I've got this on my brush, I'm going to go ahead and lay this one out as well. And two of my flowers are going to go off the page a little bit. Out of the round a little bit, but I'm okay with that. Oop, I just lost the bristle in there. And I am not so concerned about perfection. As you guys know, I love my rustic look. So if this is a little bit worn off, I'm okay with that. I like that rustic, vintage. It's been around the block for a while. Look, it has stories to tell. That's kind of the way I feel. It has stories to tell. Always offload. And swirl right, swirl left. So tell me, have you took a peek at the new collection and what is your favorite? Pick your top three. What are your top three? Now I'm going to go into the thicket. See if there's enough in here that I can use. I'll check comments here in just a moment. I wanted this to be very neutral looking. I didn't want it to be very colorful. They are lovely stencils. So many possibilities. That's what I love about it. My head was spinning on how many different ways you can use those. But that's why I picked these colors. I just wanted it to be more neutral. Because I wanted it to fit into an everyday home. And I'm just using my, can you even see with that in the way? I'm just using my Becker board right here to help that I will not swirl over top of my letters. Instead of taping off, and that's what I'm doing. And thank you for hopping on. If you have a moment, sprinkle it out. Sprinkle the whimsy out so that people will know that this is happening, that we are creating, we are interacting, we're having a fun afternoon together. And I don't want nobody to miss this amazing collection, so invite all the crafty friends over. Because I like to inspire you, I like to help, answer questions, so if there's anything that I can do for you, let me know. I'm just looking to see if that looks good to me. We had a couple of bristles on here I'm trying to get off real quick. See how simple and subtle this is? Just very simple. Don't have it upside down. Very simple, very subtle, nothing, you know, in your face. And I purposefully came into that white a little bit. This is not a mistake right there. Offload, offload, offload. For stenciling, a dry brush. I know you've heard it over and over and over again, but we cannot say it enough. And, you know, you have new people hopping on that might not know, so it is worth repeating. And if you are interested in this collection, if you want to know more about it, my link is pinned at the top of the comments or at the header. And you can go directly, it'll take you directly to Essential Stencil so you can see them. You can be ready when they go live on Saturday. And don't forget, hey Miss Bonnie, the peacock is amazing. I love the welcome friends too. I think that one is really cool. But yeah, use my link, hop over there, check everything out, know which ones you want. I don't have any pricing, so I cannot tell you what the bundle is. But I do know that if you use my code WK21, you can save an extra 10% on anything that is on sale. So if there's anything else that you need, make sure you use my ambassador code WK21. I would appreciate it. And again, this is just simple colors, nothing spectacular. It is just simple everyday decor. You can make it brighter. I like the muted colors. Like I said, I like the rustic vintage look. I'm going to use my crocodile to put a hole in it at the top so it can be hung with a piece of jute. here we have it as well. And be still. But first pray. I am going to put on a cutting board because, like I said, I feel that this needs to be in the kitchen. Like, you know, if lots of things happen in the kitchen. So, and it, let me show you, it is smaller than my surface is. But you can still line it up, and I am going to do the words first, and then I'm going to come back and move the leaves around so that they will fit inside of the ring. Because if I do it like this, those leaves will not all fit. So I am going to move my stencil. I'm going to do the words first, and then I'm going to move my stencil up and down to get the leaves in. I hope that makes sense. And thank you guys for sprinkling it out. And the P does not fit all the way down, but I'm okay with that. I am so okay with that. I'm going to tape that. And you notice I did not stain this at all. I just left it just the way it was. Load my brush, offload my brush. My little backup board. That way I can get everything in here. I'll get the bottom of the bee. Covering up that little leaf. But yeah, I think this sitting in the kitchen with a little candle, maybe your Bible nearby, or a little vase with some eucalyptus in it, or some sunflowers, I just think would be very beautiful. Trying to give you some ideas on how you can style it. I just think that would look really pretty. If you ever have any questions, please put them in the comments. Let me know how I can help you. See if that is on there good enough. The bee needs a little help. See, right now we have, but first pray, and you can leave it just like that. You can choose the colors of your kitchen. I'm going to make sure that this is dry. How are you, Miss Bonnie? How's things treating you? And now I'm just going to lay it on here and add the greenery. I'm going to pull it all the way down so that it, in a sense, runs off of the, not runs, but flows off the board. I don't want to have a space where the stems are on the board. And I'm keeping everything in that same color scheme. Your treatment's doing good, Miss Bonnie. And how's your hubby doing, Miss Maggie? If anybody has any prayer requests, please let us know. Oh, I like that. Offloading or loading my brush, and then I'm offloading on my paper towel. Right here I'm going to need my backer board so I will not get into the letters. Sometimes I like to stipple to get character or what is it called? Texture. Now I don't want that ring to show up, so I am going to use my backer board up here and hold that on there so that I can get these leaves without getting that ring. Reposition one more time to get this edge right here. And all I am adding right now is the leaves. I just wanted the leaves to be all the way at the edge. So sometimes you just reposition your stencil and make it work. And that's what we did here. I just made the stencil fit this piece. Got a little bleed right there, but you know what? Thinking about it, I think I'm going to carry that all the way up. hurry that up. I think that will look good. We add our own design to this. Oh yeah, I like that. What do you guys think? You like that? And see, now we have a little set. Let me close this up real quick. And that was Thicket and Magnolia from Dixie Belle. Love both of those colors. Gonna sand this real quick. Very subtle. I probably will wax seal this. Like I said, very subtle. Dry that real quick. And on the other side, I am just going to add some transfers. Thank you, Miss Becky. And for those of you that may not know, if you missed a live and you want to catch something, check out my I've got something on there, I don't know what that is, YouTube channel, and I would love it if you would subscribe. Not sure what that is, but I will add a little bit of white to it. Okay, it's better. Let's do this one first. And these came out of the autumn flowers. That's what these are called, autumn flowers. And these are also from Essential Stencil. And another thing, remember to get brushes and your little tools to burnish your transfers on with. You can put transfers on tin, galvanized metal, glass, plastic, fabric. Just when you put it on fabric, it is not washable. You can just put it as a piece of fabric and add it, like do a label and add it to something, or make a tag out of it. Wood, glass. And anytime you use glass or metal or any surface that is dirty or might have oils on it, use rubbing alcohol to get that residue off, even if you have cleaned it with soap and water, especially if you have a thrifted piece. Use some rubbing alcohol and just wipe over it. And clean your surface so that your that one is also out of that. I love that transfers too. They are so colorful and just amazingly beautiful. And I am just layering these. I don't know if you see that. I just laid that right next to that stem to come up. So your surface for transfers has to be dry. Most of all, if you paint or stain your surface, make sure that it is dry. If you have chance to leave it drying overnight or for at least a couple of hours, let it dry. Oil free and dirt free. Like if you sand it, wipe over it with a paper towel or a shop towel and get the sanding residue off, or a tack cloth. And I think I'm going to add that little bit on there just to make it look like these are all just little pieces that are out of those transfers. And I just wanted to use them up. These transfers also have acorns and ladybugs. I could not think of the word in English. I could think of it in German, which is Marienkäfer, but I could not think of it in English. And see, now you have a really pretty transfer on one side, but first spray on the other side. And I think I am gonna frame it in. Framing it in just means you add in a little bit of a color that you have in your design and add it to the edge to just bring everything in, make it complete. Just helps bring everything together. Do you need it? Absolutely not. Does it add a little bit of something extra? It does. I'm leaving that side just the way it is. So there we have one beautiful little hanger, and we will put holes in this one. And let me see if I put the hole right here. So that'll be my middle. I laid my round on top of the transfer, and I used a pencil and made a circle, and then I cut it out. So that was just the way the transfer was, and I laid that on the top. If you are new to transfers, there's three parts. The backer part that has a shiny top, the clear part that you can touch, and the printed part, which is your transfer. If you need to put it back on, put it on that clear part. And I just hover over it to see where I want it. And that just looks good to me right there. So that's where it's going. I normally go from the middle out to make sure it is on really good. And then I'll go from the middle out all the way around. And luckily I have a little edge right here that I can pick up, but if you don't have any edges, you can use a piece of tape and pick it up. that is a good tip to use a piece of tape. And you see how fast these things go on? They are just so amazing. And the colors, oh my gosh, that's why I love these. I love the colors, the flowers, the leaves, the acorns. I love the rust colors. You would think that fall is my favorite season, but my favorite season is actually spring, where everything renews and springs up. I love the renewal, everything coming back to life and refreshed, new growth, new beginnings. But I love the fall leaves. We have tried to make it a habit of going to the mountains to watch the colors. But we've missed a couple of years for different reasons, health reasons, but I do love to see the leaves change. He's been ornery. Him and my hubby's got things in common. And ladies, if you need something to pray for caregivers. I've said that before I became a caregiver. And the other thing that I would ask you to pray for is pray for the families behind our soldiers. I mean, don't misunderstand me. Pray for the soldiers as well. But a lot of times, we kind of don't pray or don't even think about praying for the families. Behind every soldier, military person is a family. Whether it is a mom and dad, whether it is a wife, a spouse, a husband, a fiance, a brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle. There is a family behind them that is cheering them on, that is praying for them, that is hoping and watching and proud of them to, you know, finish their service and to make a difference. So please pray for the families and the caregivers. Miss Maggie knows what I'm talking about for the caregivers. And I know many of you have been caregivers to your parents or to your grandparents. So give yourselves a pat on the back and tell the Lord thank you for letting you be a caregiver, but also for giving you all the things that you need to be a caregiver. I'm always so grateful that He has given me the ability, my husband is on home dialysis, to understand how to do that. So we have our little vintage, our fall floral, and then Be Still on the other side. And on this one, I am going to use the white. If I have any left on here. You can barely see it, but you can see it. It is on there. Might have to reload my white. And again, I appreciate all of you. You guys are an amazing bunch of ladies. I appreciate your prayers for my husband, for me. This community is absolutely amazing. The Stencil sisters are amazing. So you guys mean a lot. And see, we just got that little bit of ghosting behind there. I'm just going to add a little bit on here, just a little ghosting, just to give it a little something. I'll do the same with the green. I'm just going to add you might not even see it, but sometimes just that little something makes a difference. This one we're going to add lots of little pieces. I chose this one for this piece because I wanted all of these to coordinate with one another. I did not cut this one because I want to lay it on here first to see how much I can get on. I love that little ladybug just crawling around right there. I'm losing a little bit of that leaf and the leaf down here and the wheat or oat. And again, remember the Everyday Home Collection is going live Saturday, and they're having a launch party, so stay tuned for that. More info to come. Watch your ambassadors all week long. They will have tutorials. They will showcase the collection, and everybody has different ideas on how to use these. And that's what I love about the ambassadors. They are all so unique. They all have amazing gifts and talents. And everybody's style is just a little bit different. I think Melissa Miller is on tonight. I think she's on. I don't. If she's out of town, then somebody else might be on. I remember she was going out of town, but I cannot remember if that was tonight. I know yesterday the lovely Renee was on, so if you missed that, hop over to the Essential Stencil page and check that out. Her creations are always amazing. On Wednesdays, it's normally Sharon Hankins. And on Thursdays with Tammy Muto with Cheers to Creativity. And Sharon is on Wednesdays with I Restore Stuff. And on Fridays, our sweet Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures. We always have Friday date night. That's what we call it with Miss Melissa from Junk and Craft Treasures. It is Friday night date night. That looks really good. And I've got a couple of extra pieces here that I am going to add to this. this was the leftover piece from here. It was on here somewhere. I am not sure where, but I cut that out. So I am going to use that to put on here. Just repurpose. Just make sure to only touch the clear part. So we'll see where we can sneak this in and make it look good. Sometimes you can use your fingernail and rub it in just as well. Especially when you have little twigs and things. Add these things. I always hold onto my piece because I don't want to let go and then it'll accidentally lose something. See, it looked like it meant to be there. And I got a little acorn that I'm just going to drop down here. I love those little acorns in this pack. Need to add this one. I don't think we need to add anything else. I think this is good just the way it is because I laid it out just in case, but I don't think we need it. So we have it as well, just simple. And then on the other side, this beautiful fall florals. I'm going to try to use the white, see if I can get enough out of the white. I might have to load my white back up. I'm not getting enough out, so I'll do that later. And then we have Be Still with our beautiful autumn florals. And see, if you hang these together, look how pretty that looks. Or if you do it the other way. They're just so lovely together and interchangeable. But first pray, and then our beautiful sunflower and other fall florals on here. So which one is your favorite? Be Still, but first pray, or It Is Well? And I will put a hole in the top and put a piece of jute on there so we can hang it. To get a little bit of. Oh, thank you, Maggie. Oh my gosh, I appreciate that. That is so sweet. That's all I had for you ladies. Remember, the set goes live Saturday. This is the set I used tonight. Lots of different ways to use it. They put it in a little frame, which looks really gorgeous in there. And stay tuned. I will use the, which one am I using? I am using this one on a tag. So stay tuned. I will tell you when I'm going live, and come and hang out, and we will transform that tag. You guys be blessed. Have an amazing evening, and hop over to Essential Stencil at 7 Central, 8 Eastern to see what It should be Melissa Miller with Miller's Rustic Sawmill, which she is creating this evening. You guys have a blessed week, and I'll see you again Thursday evening. Bye.